So much of successful trading is being prepared every single day. There are 4 undeniable things that you need to do every pre-market for the trading day, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about the 4 undeniable things you should look for every single pre-market and the 4 things you have to do every single day. Number 1, obviously I'm a little biased. Full disclosure, I work for StocksToTrade, but I think, and I truly believe this, that StocksToTrade has some of the best scanners out there, especially the pre-market scanners. And the nice thing is we've got 50 or 60 pre-built scanners that were designed specifically by Tim Sykes. Tim Sykes created StocksToTrade. He created these screeners to find his type of stocks. So first thing I want you to do is use some screening package, okay? Use some criteria, because you got to get your list down from thousands to 50 to 20 to 10 to 5, or ideally 1. So run those pre-built scanners every day. Most of them are focused on volatility, volume, news, earnings, all of these things that Tim Sykes looks for every day. So every morning, run those scans, build your watch list, and be prepared. Second thing I want you to do every pre-market is get a read of the market sentiment, okay? And we do this a lot of different ways, but typically what Tim does, what I do is, we're following the S&P 500. So you can follow that with the overall index or with the SPY ETF that tracks the S&P 500. But Tim Sykes doesn't trade the S&P 500. I don't trade the S&P 500. But what that's telling you is what the overall market is intending to do on the day. So if the Dow Jones, if the S&P, if the NASDAQ, QQQ are all green on the day, they're gapping up on the morning, the idea is we're going to have a bullish day. Okay, remember, 3 out of 4 stocks follow the overall market. So if the SPY, the Dow Jones, if they're up in the morning, odds are, if you're looking at a stock that's breaking out, that has news, it's going to trend with the overall market. Now, vice versa, if the market's gapping down, say we've got some bad macroeconomic news, there's some trade war news, maybe there was some geopolitical event that happened and the market's gapping down, maybe you want to back off a little bit and say, okay, do I really want to get aggressive today when I know 3 out of 4 stocks follow the market? That's the biggest thing I want you to do next, is just kind of get a mindset for really how aggressive you want to be. If you're under the PDT, or even if you're not, if you're a part-time trader, you probably can't trade every single day. So if you're a long bias trader, you show up, market's down big, maybe that's a day you go back to the day job. Maybe that's a day you study, watch Tim's video lessons, review his watch list. There's thousands of YouTube videos, thousands of video lessons. Maybe that's the day you study versus trade. Third thing I want you to look at is, we're recording this video in 2020, and the market has just been raging for years, rocking, new highs. If we're not new highs every couple days, it's only a couple days, and then we're back at new highs. So one of the biggest criteria I want you to look for is looking for breakouts. Simple breakouts. Stocks that are hitting multi-week, multi-month, multi-year highs, because that gives you an idea of a stock. Simple fact is, stocks that break out tend to continue to break out, especially during incredible bull markets. Don't be trying to spot undiscovered stocks. Don't be trying to spot stocks that are stuck in range consolidation, that have been tracking sideways on low volume. Never, especially in low price stocks, never try and buy a long-term downtrending stock. If it's been downtrending for 6 months, there's a reason. Don't try and find these undiscovered stocks. Look for strong stocks breaking out on volume, breaking out with the SPY. That heightens your potential for a multi-hour, multi-day, even multi-week trade that heightens your potential for success. Last and fourth thing I want you to look for is look for former runners, okay? Remember, I talk about this a lot. You've probably heard me say it, but the past doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. I believe that is a Mark Twain quote, so it goes back, 150 years. But nevertheless, I think it is so true in the stock market. If you're looking at that 1 year, 3 year, 5 year chart, and the stock has never ran in the past, odds are it's not going to run today. So if you run your scans and you see the stock gapping up, but it's never made big moves in the past, it's probably not going to make big moves today. So look for former runners. You want to see a stock that a year ago went from 2 to 10. And now today, if it's gapping up to 2, doesn't mean it's going to 10 again. But day traders, a lot of traders, they have great memories. I think on a side note, a skill you should work on is immersing yourself in the market, because the more you remember, the more you notice that stuff just repeats and repeats and repeats. So if you've seen this ticker run 6 months before, it clicks, and it clicks with everybody else. So everybody piles into the stock because everyone says, oh, remember that time it went from 2 to 10? So that gives you a good potential for a trade. And then the last thing I want you to do, focus on multi-day runners. I see a lot of people coming to the markets, they're not looking at the the longer term chart. They just see a big gainer. Maybe it's got some iffy news and they get all fired up. And very frequently in this niche, simple reality is we get a lot of these what I call one and done charts where they spike and fail the same day. Doesn't mean you can't trade them, but you gotta be quick and you gotta be dialed in. I mean, if you're trading from work and you're trying to trade one of these one and done charts, the boss walks in your office and all of a sudden your stock drops 20% when he walks back out, it's tough to trade those. So steer clear of the one and done charts and look for those multi-day moves. The way I do that is with a rolling watch list methodology. A lot of words, but what I do is I have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday watch list. First thing I do every morning is I look at the previous day's watch list and see what stocks are still hanging around, which ones are at their highs, which ones are at the breakouts. If a stock from yesterday was a one and done, spiked early, dropped late, goes off my list. So, and then I roll back all 5 days and bring the ones that are still trending, still at their highs, still at the breakout to today's watch list. That helps me find confirmation of multi-day moves. And these are the stocks, especially if you're looking for that Friday squeezer. Again, check out a lot of Tim's videos. He talks about the Friday squeeze nonstop. And it's because it's a great setup. If you're using this rolling watch list methodology and some stocks spiked up on Monday, then kind of just did nothing on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but hung near its highs, those are the ones that tend to squeeze, blow out the short sellers on Friday, and are great trading opportunities. So be sure to check out these 4 things to really, you gotta do them every pre-market. A lot of this is repeating, but the more you repeat it, the quicker you get at it, the better you get at it. So if you like these videos and you like the way I break things down, be sure to click the link below and check out StocksToTrade Pro. StocksToTrade Pro is a great way, I think the best way, to learn trading, because I do twice daily webinars every single trading day. Never miss a day. I've done over 1,800 webinars in 3 years. I think it's a great way to truly immerse yourself in trading. So be sure to check that link out below for StocksToTrade Pro. Thanks for watching our video. Be sure to comment below with any trading related question. We love answering your questions. Also, like and share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to be notified as soon as our next video hits. And if you're looking to expand your trading knowledge, don't forget to check out all of our other videos, and be sure to click the trial below. Check out StocksToTrade. I think it is one of the best, most rapidly advancing softwares out there. Be sure to check out our trial.